Look how slow the internet speed is, because you can hear me talk and then you can actually see me speak 30 seconds later in the video. I'm like
it's like a bad kung fu movie. I'll fuck you up. So you know the dragon style.
I take you to that market. If you are
no way.
If you're listening to this new episode of the Hashtag Show, audible quality in your ears, same as always. However, if you are watching this with your eyeballs on the YouTube, there may be a slight bit of delay in the talk in the face. This is what happens with rural living. We will sort that out eventually, but right now it's just good to be back, isn't it? Up and running.
You're listening to episode 154 of the Hashtag Show. Episode 153 was full of Scott moaning about his move. Let's hope episode 154 is not a part 2.
Well,
please commence with the laughter, big fella. Commence with the laughter.
I'm no further forward than I was the fucking last time we spoke. My life is in boxes. I can't find my fucking butt plugs anywhere. Mate, I saw a video today. I know that you have obviously stepped away from the world of pornography.
Correct.
Now that you're a...
Unless somebody saying there's a Nicholas Shines ringer.
now that you're a gentleman of the,
Well, it was brought to my attention, Scott, that I am indeed a father, and I shouldn't be perpetuating the exploitation of female flesh. And as much as I like to slap one out,
I'm glad
I'm
glad you brought that up. And can I just say, if any of you men out there listening, and I'm talking to the heroes here, not the heroines, if any of you heroes out there think that by enjoying the fruits of the
fruits of the loom,
the worlds of adult entertainment, think that in any way it is, as Malakali puts it, demeaning, then I would say you're wrong. Because I tell you right now, see the world we live in. See, if you are a woman and you've not got an OnlyFans, then you are failing yourself and your family.
What's an OnlyFans? Is that when they fucking sell their skin for
Mallorca?
For potato daddies and all that?
Don't pretend.
Patreon for porn.
This is the man who sent filth to the hashtag chat. Don't even sit there and pretend.
Listen to you, nearly falling off your arm. Young news like you.
I've not figured out how to turn the heating on you in the garage. It looks like I'm broadcasting.
Is that? I was going to say, in a garage. Looks like you're in a fucking passport office.
I wonder if I could. Turn the camera on to show you the mess that still exists. Here we go.
Bet you're freezing in there. Lovely. Live for the warehouse. Brilliant.
Just letting you see behind the
there was a sleeve.
There was a sleeve. I know you like
up Scott's sleeve.
I know you like stuff like that.
Right, listen.
What?
See, since episode 153, when we announced that on the hashtag Christmas Miracle live show that we will be raffling away
the first hashtag house party
ever hashtag house party. See, I don't know about you. See the amount of email messages I've had. Even cunts, now I'm not going to name them, sending me pictures of their man cave going, come on, big man.
I know.
The boys want to be there. Right? No, I've had 2 man cave pictures sent to me. Both of them are incredible, right? There is one guy in particular, he knows who he is, friend of the show. We can't rig votes, right? But the excitement for winning this hashtag house party is amazing. What is the hashtag house party? Over to you, Scott.
Hashtag house party is a concept. It's an idea. It's a belief system. It's it's written in the wind. It's a metaphor.
It's whispered amongst
story,
thieves.
Something passed down father through son through generation. It's not a tangible physical thing.
Yes.
It's more an emotional experience.
An entity.
Nothing sexual, nothing homosexual, nothing pansexual, trisexual, or bisexual. It's more of an idea.
Bants.
It's bants. It's the idea of playfulness, of youth, of innocence. It's taking you back to a time in your life when a pound done you the weekend.
Yes.
When a skint knee was all you looked for.
When friends laughed together.
Maybe you would go out looking for conkers, and maybe you and your pal fight over a conker. Maybe you trip and fall, you roll about, and that first time you experience an erection, and you're only 11, you don't know what to do with it, so you put it in each other's mouth, and you kind of slosh it about a bit. It's like that, but
the first finger venturing into a brown hole, that kind of buzz.
Exactly. The first time you feel a cold steel against your throat and think, is this how I die? And then MI5 go in and rescue from that suitcase.
Suitcase. Some have even said it's akin to a glory hunter's medal case.
Hey, listen, it's like
trophy case even.
When they choose a new pope and the white smoke blasts across Vatican City and the bishops lift their tunics and fucking, regale. Finally. It's that feeling bottled in an essence through the power of hope.
Yeah, it's holy water drinkable in the former cans of Red Stripe.
It's via Kingston.
Kingston Bridge. Up to the classic.
the hashtag house party will be a version of the live recordings in your safe space.
Yep.
In your home, in your front room, in your garage, in your man cave, in your converted
No,
loft.
lock up our fucking bed sitting sockets. We're all crammed in there, a double bed. Sitting on the end of it, like my whole studio.
It'll still be a great experience. So,
well, what is it? What is it, Scott? What is it?
We will come. One lucky winner is going to win the first ever hashtag house party. And Malaka Lee and myself, along with our good friend and friend of the show, Mr. Ross, will come along to your venue of choice and we will record a live episode from that space. Like we say, whether it is your back garden, your front room, your granny's house, your loft, your garage, your man cave, whatever it is, we will come along. You can invite as many people as you want, get your pals in, get the boys in, and we will record a live show with some live music from Mr. Ross, and we'll have just a great laugh.
Yeah, I mean, and I would just like to add to that, and the host, feel free to supply pizzas, beer, make us welcome like you would a first footer.
Your wife.
And we're looking to do that. So how do you, no, we want to treat it better than you treat your wife. We want spoken to.
No, I mean, like you offer your wife to the boy.
Lay her down on the altar. And we've just all got falconry gloves on and big robes, just smiling away. But I was thinking about this, right? Yep. And I mean, and how do you win this? Well, I'll tell you how you win it. You come to the hashtag live show number 9, the Christmas Miracle, on Sunday, the 19th of December.
Correct.
We are going to offer out to the crowd of heroes and country scumbags alike raffle tickets. Then we will organise a date sometime in January. We come to your house and record a live episode, which will be broadcast. I'm also in talks with a guy who films my 1994 events to get him in to get some crazy mad video shit, because I think that it'd be good content just to have that nonsense.
I imagine the way I see it in my head is a cross between like an actual podcast.
Yep.
You know, like all these normal podcasts, when people do things like the podcast is on tour and we're doing live and it's like two guys on a stage just talking.
Uh-huh.
Like a real
like what
podcast.
we've done. Like what we've done.
Aye, but we never just talk. You know what I mean?
No, we never talk.
We
drink.
It devolves into a gentleman's family and then there's fucking people screaming. Do you mean it's madness? So
the front row shout cunt.
A cross between that and Girls Gone Wild mixed in your front room.
Aye. I mean, heroines could win it, and have their way with it, ties down, do naughty things. I mean, I don't know what they're thinking.
This is the reason why, to the untrained eye, this podcast may seem like it offends everyone. Mm-hmm. It's when you peel back the layers in that onion,
when you distill it,
you realise that we're open to everybody. Because like you said, Malaka, anyone can win this. And it's not about, answering quiz questions. It's not about who's the biggest hero, who's the biggest fan. It's about on the day,
who's a lucky cunt,
getting that raffle ticket and who pulls that ticket out. Now, my question to you would be, and we'll keep that off here. I'll ask you that
okay.
later.
I know exactly what you're thinking, but we'll keep that off here. I've inquired into getting a tumbler, so it's a full
tumbler.
Get the fucking hang out. Is that what it is, tumbler? And that is just a wee thing, which is going to be an afternoon's madness at the Christmas Miracle. So come along, get your Christmas jumpers on, Santa suits, whatever the fuck you want to wear. Let's get mental. But that is what somebody's walking away. What a buzz. Even if you're in a syndicate, even if you all go, right, boys, we're all
syndicate.
You know what I'm talking about. Let's say this guy's got the man cave, right? He gets his crew and go, listen, every cunt get a fucking raffle ticket because we're winning this and taking it to my house. Like that. But anyway, I was talking to Mr. Ross at the fucking 1994 gig on Saturday, and he went, "Here, what have you and Gibbo got me into?" And I went straight away. I kind of thought,
oh,
he doesn't know about that, does he?
oh,
and
no.
then he went,
"Did I get that
"Are we
email?"
doing some kind of fucking house party?" And I went, "Aye." And he went, "Thanks for telling us." I went, we tell you this ages ago." He goes, "No, you never. Cunts have been messaging me about it, asking if I'm gone."
See, since he started this caravan club, his memory's gone to bits, man.
Aye, man, he's out there drinking and fucking abusing.
Mate, I'm convinced that's a cult. I think that's a cult.
Oh, of course it is.
Caravan
It's
club's
either that or it's cottaging.
What's cottaging again? Is that
no something?
Pumping a field?
I think cottaging is, you know, when
that's an old.
Aye, like thatched roofs and all that.
So I remember hearing once when I was young, right? Like, see when you're like, maybe when you just start riding, you're about like 7 and 8.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody used to tell me that,
about 6 or 7, just like getting in about it.
Somebody told me that if I and like this, you know, like when you're young and you have pals that are older, and they tell you stuff about like shagging and sex things like that, and you're like, "No way, man, that's gonna be pure amazing." They told me, like, genuinely, that if a woman's husband is away and she's open to a bit of "how's your father," she'll leave a box of washing powder in the front window, and that's a sign for like admirers to come in.
Aye.
And I remember being like,
sort out your whites.
14, 15, walking in pace like that, going,
just every window.
I mean, obviously, I don't know if that's real or not.
Aye. You never know. But they were the dreams that you'd be scudding one out at night time, didn't they?
That's because you would hear that stuff in school, and then you would go home and you'd turn on Channel 5, like Life of a Window Cleaner. Remember the films? It was like, remember them?
Aye, it was Carry On Window Cleaning or something like that. No, what were they?
Remember, it was like he was just going
the window cleaner ones.
I
just pump birds.
And you're like,
and he had the big long hair and all that. Oh, right, governor. He's like Mick Jagger. Mick Jagger a pom.
I was watching one. It was like Channel 4 or Channel 5 when I was young, and he was riding some woman, and he went out to fix the wash machine. Then the room was just full of soap, and they're still riding. I'm going, what is this, man? This is
but you still seen a bit of nips and that just popping through the soap, obviously strategically placed. But Mr. Ross was saying, "So what the fuck is this?" And I tell him, and then what he said, he goes, "So it's like a fucking pervert at Noel's house party." And I went, "Aye." Mate, and we're looking to kill two. We're looking to kill two folk because Noel's Records won on a live broadcast.
There's no helicopter on this show.
But that'll be amazing. I'm so buzzed up about the Christmas live show, but that thing seems to have captured the imagination after we kind of let that loose in the last episode. Moving swiftly on, I wanted to say to you as well. Now this has came up now a couple of times in my motor, and I thought I need to remember and fucking say Scott about this if they do it, or put it out there if any of the listeners do it. Now you're driving about your motor.
Yep.
You need to pump up the tires, right?
Do you need to pump up the tires?
What the fuck? What?
I thought the milk float would be all fancy, like self-inflating.
No, I still need to put air in the tires.
Really?
No, they fucking download it.
I just assumed it was like run flats, or like there's a wee valve inside that you push a button, or you're on the phone like
phone up, you throwing like get in here with a fucking green bike pump, can't you?
Basket, it's the back passenger side, my man. You could just drop by in the rocket ship.
That's what they do. This fucking land a wee drone down, a wee fucking guy gets out, a wee missing link. Fucking pumps it up and then flies away.
A missing link? Is this the fucking 80s, Bernard Manning? Jesus Christ.
A wee 10-2 jumps out, does your accounts.
Are you boozing? Is that what that is? Aye, there you go. Fucking half a pint of gin and tonic. Or Lee.
So anyway, so you pull up to the garage to pump up your tires. Is it just me, or do you tell every cunt to go out the motor to pump the tires up? You can't have somebody sitting in your motor whilst you pump up a tire because you're not getting the right pressure.
You feel as if you're going to get the wrong read, especially if you've got the
twice this has caused a barney in my fucking, because I said to Maria, you need to get the motor. She's like, I'm not getting it. I was like, get the fucking motor. I can't pump up your side to the right.
Back chat.
All right, well that's it. I know. Right, I took her out of the kitchen for a wee run in the country for a start, right? And then I've asked her to get out while I pump up. But then my point is, do you listeners, male or female or, experimental, do you ask your passengers And it's no a matter of size. It's a matter of to get the, because don't be offended. Like, what, you try to say I'm fucking too heavy or something? No, get the fucking motor so I can pump the tyre up to the right PSI. Because you can't physically do it if somebody's sitting 6 stone, fucking 9 stone, 14, 20 stone. You can't get the right balance around all tyres. I'm thinking about fucking tyres.
I'll tell you a bit about that. See, whenever I need to pump up my tyres,
you just fucking don't do it.
I go myself. It's one thing I do
there
alone,
you go.
right? And I tell you for why, luckily.
So you don't tell the cunt to get out?
Took somebody with me before, right?
Uh-huh.
And I said to them, it was kind of an awkward angle in the petrol station. And I done the front two, fine, right? Beep, 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 beep. Came out. Done the back one. Beep, 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 beep. Pull it out. Went to do the backside, driver's backside, right? Could you see? Could you see through the glass, right, to get the number?
Right. You're just waiting for the beep.
Wait for the beep. Can you hear the beep? I said to them, can you get out and tell me when that beeps? Right. So I'm going, shh, shh. And in my head, I'm like, this tire wasn't the flat one. There's no way. And I went, is it beeping yet? No. I went, right, tell me when it beeps. I can't hear it. All right. Shh. The pressure was meant to be 34. I says, is that beep yet? No. What number is it? 52. I thought
the back end's fucking floating. No.
I thought my fucking tire was going to explode. I shot myself. I was like, what? I had to get my key and put the key in the valve and let it on, and then reverse the room with like half a flat tire and put it in so I could see the back end. And then that whole passive aggressive angle, don't speak all the way home.
But
is it 52?
Thank God for the beeps, because that kind of my eyesight I can't see the fucking dial. I can't see the dial, man.
I think doing your tires is something that you have to do alone. And also,
I think you're right. But what I'm saying, if you're confronted and you're just caught out short, I don't know, you get nothing else better in your life, and you go, I think I'll pump my tires up. Do you tell the person in the back and the front what to get out the as fucking? Because I'm a man about time.
Buy yourself a bit of chocolate, get out the motor.
Just walk up to one of the pumps and say hello to one of the other drivers. Do whatever you want to do. Tell you what else I did.
It might just be a complete nonsensical thing to go, I'll not get the right reading if the fat cunt sitting in the front. And see if they're like, are you trying to say I'm fat? Yes, I'm trying to say I'm getting. No,
it's not a idea about fat or anything. It's just a little bit, it's physically impossible to get the right PSI in or bar, whatever you do prefer.
In the front of your car. That's a fucking 21 stone weight. That's
exactly. So you can't, but I'd say, well, you're 6 stone, 21 stone. I'm not telling you to go. I'm just saying, you want to go to the motor to fucking pump up my tyre.
Aye, and if I went like, if I turned around like, is it because I'm fat? I go, yes, it is because you're fat. Now get the fuck out of the car.
You want to go to my motor? Are you pumping up your tyre? No, I'm fucking nosediving.
Aye.
I've ripped the front of my bumper off. No, it's not to do with that. It's just about the I don't know what it's just about doing right. And I'll tell you another thing. I'll tell you what I end up doing. So she went to get the motor. I went, well, I'm not fucking pumping the tyre up. I don't know why. I thought I'm going to wash my motor. No, I've never washed my motors ever. I washed my motor right. So the cheapskint in me, it was in an Asda fucking.
Have you paid somebody to wash your motor? The gypsies as well. The travellers.
I only wash my motor when I'm going to sell it. That is something in my head. It's like I used to see when you see the motors when you're young, you watch like Night Ride and they drove out the desert and they're full of dust. That to me is a cool motor. So I like dirty motors. / I'd kind of be asked washing it. So I went, I'll just fucking wash the motor. That's what I'll do. So I've drove into the thing at Asda and I seen it was £2, right? And I went,
there's no way it's £2.
So I went straight to the spray shampoo thing, and I just thought that'll do because there was a brush there, and I thought that'll do. So I sprayed the motor down, realised it wasn't getting any of the dirt off. It's finished, and then I went right. I'll do the shampoo. So I go to the brush, I shampooed all that was getting off, but the motor was covered in soap. Then raging, I had to go back to the spray to get the soap off. And I thought, see, the next time I'm back here, right, I'm just going right into the shampoo brush and then I'm going to go right into the spray, £4, right? So then I sat in the motor and she went, how much was that? And I was like, £6. She went, how did you know do this? And I went, I know that now, right? And she went, no, you can actually just rotate between the sprayer and then go to the
So you stand for the whole 2 minutes?
Aye, but whole 2 minutes with one hang, and I never had any options. But now the world's opened up to me. I've got options.
What you're going to do is you're going to take the whole family down, wash the water, then brush them down, shampoo them, hose them down.
I had a wee rage. I had the fucking soap, the soapy brush, right? And I didn't know it just keeps fucking farting out, right? And then I've lifted it up, man. It just sprayed all over my face. And I was like, it's like a cum shot at a fucking video, man. I was like, you know what I mean? I didn't want to drop it. And I was.
See, the worst thing with that is, see, when you switch between the brush and like you go back to like the water to brace it off, and you're not holding it properly, and you fire the trigger, the big fucking
smacks your head.
You're fighting the fucker to keep it in.
Put your hands to the sky. Put them up, sailor. I know that was a good experience. I mean, I've just my life's been full of experiences the last couple of days. And to keep the ball rolling, unless you want to interject, I've watched some of the most phenomenal television.
Well, please tell me, because
ever watched.
I'm stuck watching a program called The Good Doctor, and I can't explain to the missus how awful it is, but she seems to
even
love
the title wouldn't even let me click it. Let me tell you this, Scott, right? There's 3 things you need to watch, right? And it's, and I know that way you get a wee run of good stuff, and you go,
please don't
things are never going to be like.
Please don't say the Beatles documentary.
The Beatles documentary blew my mind. I was crying. I was crying. I was smiling. I was laughing. Yep. It was incredible watching these legends write music right in front of me of tracks that are known the world over. I seen the birth of these tracks for a jam. I seen lyrics come together. Maybe obviously, maybe because I'm in the music scene, but I think anybody can see. And what really moved me is the love Lennon and McCartney had for each other. And they were that, and after that, they split and it got horrible. But jump in. It was one of the best things I've ever seen.
You know why? Because the ring sitting next to John Lennon, that's why.
Aye. All that, you see Yoko in there.
Again, what is she doing there? Do you know what? See, even the fucking Hare Krishners, at least they've got the decency to sit in the corner.
They fuck off after a while, but they bolt it, didn't they?
Aye, and she's just sitting there like Sony's jacket. And so I'm halfway through the first episode, right, or the first part.
Well, I was in there. I'm watching it again. That's how much I enjoyed it.
I need to watch it by myself. I was watching it with Yaz, and she wasn't into it, and that was taking something away from my enjoyment of it.
Aye, Maria drifted away from it as well, because she never realised one episode was your 2 hours. She thought it was maybe like 30 minutes in, and she's like, "Is this still on?" And I'm like, "This is the greatest music documentary I've ever seen. It's the greatest music documentary ever fucking made." That's what I'm saying right there.
I wouldn't go that far. I don't actually even think it's a documentary. I think it's something completely different on its own. I like the fact that, one, this footage exists.
And it looks like it had been filmed this year. It looks as if it could be actors.
My man, that's the technology these boys have got these days. Know what I mean? Yeah, I know a guy. He can take. Hear this, man, all right? He can take your old VHS and put them on a DVD, mate. Unbelievable, the technology.
That's magic, my man.
I like the fact that it was completely like candid.
Aye.
There's one bit
at the start. You could say a wee bit annoyed. Then you've just fucking forgot all about it.
But there's a little bit in it when McCartney is conscious that it's being filmed, because he references the cameras, and I was like, I don't want this to continue. I just want them to be open. It also shows you like the fucking hangers on as well that have never changed the music, right? Even the whole thing is about those 4 men, but just the fucking constant flow of cunts in and out, in and out. That guy that keeps trying to push Tipley, the gig in Tipley's like 2,000 Arabs in the desert. Like, you bastard. But also,
it's just a velodrome, man. He's just trying to get a free holiday.
Think how much entertainment, not even the music industry, entertainment has changed, mate. When you have got, arguably, regardless of what your musical choice is, the biggest band that's ever existed in the history of music are struggling to get a fucking bit of kit, that 8-track player. And he's sitting going, the fucking Beach Boys had one, and he's got to get out his house.
I know.
And he's sitting going, it cost 10 grand. I nearly spat my tea at that, but I'm like, fucking can't spend 10 grand.
I just want to know who's going to take care of this.
And that, do you know one thing I really wish, and I don't know if it would exist or not, I would love a spin-off talking about that music technician they had when they saying that he could build stuff.
Aye, the Glynn guy.
And the guy went, "Oh, we don't want that. We want something that's been." And he goes, "Like, no, he could build it for us." I would love to know more about that guy.
He was.
See the cutaway shots of him. He's just sitting on that field. I was like, he looks.
As the episodes
like
goes in, you see more of him, and he say a couple of things. You know, I've read a couple of. I'm not like the greatest Beatles fan, but you know, I'm a fan, and it totally changed my view on the Lennon McCartney dynamic. I was always Lennon and thinking McCartney was a bit of a wank, but that showed McCartney. I've kind of been in these positions and all where you kind of need somebody to steer a ship when you're working
like
in a collective.
After the manager, he's talking about that in it, which I found quite interesting. That he's like, I feel as if I'm the boss, and I'm not trying to. And no want to be, but aye, because somebody has to. Because you've got John Lennon going, "Oh, this is my Birdman. She's fucking terrifying, but she's some ride." And the other two, Harry Krishna and Ringo Starr's just like, I fucking hate every one of these. He just looks miserable, man.
You see the tensions coming in later on in later episodes between, surprisingly, George Harrison and Paul McCartney. I'll no spoiler for you, but it gets better and better. The first one's kind of breaking you into what the premise is. Well, it just gets better and better.
I did feel a bit sorry for George Harrison in that first part, the first episode, when he's saying to him, "I'll do whatever you want, whatever makes you happy." I mean, I was like, fucking hell, man, you can tell he's getting. And then also I found it quite interesting when I never knew about that whole Manila stuff. When they had the trip to Manila and they were getting all this bad press about, you think you're bigger than Jesus.
Did you know that's fucking?
I never knew any of that. And then I think that's why Ringo keeps saying we're no fucking traveling again. Like, we're not doing it. I'm not having any of that shit.
He was gunning up with the traveling. But also they went out there to fucking try and find themselves and all that kind of stuff. And all that back. There's a full backstory to that. But all these backstories and things happening, people are introduced that you know further down the line that, look, there's a manager guy, Klein comes in. And Lennon's fucking besought with him, and McCartney sees right through him. And that was one of the main reasons of the big financial divide. So you see him, Lennon coming in, he goes, I met this guy and all that. And then the Glyn, the wee studio engineer, going, he's a bit of a character, him, you need to watch him. And you're just going, you know where, you know, because you know what's happened. It makes it all the more fucking intense. But what really struck me in all of it is the discipline of the forum. Like, Ringo was just fucking smashing about, and nobody was going, right, wait a fucking minute. We were going, right, what about this? Everybody was silent, eyes on the prize, just watching, like, say, McCartney, or they were giving everybody the time and the space. Right. It wasn't a fucking free-for-all. They were all in the zone.
There was a bit in it when Lennon and McCartney were kind of having a wee... The two of them are just... So McCartney's turned in, and he's just facing Lennon, and the two of them are just jamming. And it just, I'm watching that going, it's so sad how things work out in it. Because
you could tell then they were friends, real friends.
But like
loving each other's company,
like brothers. Do you know what I mean? And like, I've got this big thing about Yoko Ono, right? I fucking can't stand the woman at all, man. And I think it's because the way that she has conducted herself since he was killed, right? But I just think of all the external factors. If that hadn't existed, you know, what could the two of them have been for longer? But then
you never know. They might have bumped each other.
I don't know.
But I mean, this is them. They stopped touring.
Moment. I know. Man.
But there's loads of you, and it gets deeper and deeper. And you even see McCartney even makes jokes about what's going to happen 50 years from now, and you're going, holy fuck! And he's the rest of all the kind of guys in suits are going, you know. You and John are spending less time writing. He goes, yeah, we used to do it every day, but now John spends time with Yoko because that's what he wants to do. And McCartney's like that, and we need to respect that. That's the woman he loves and who he wants to be with. And you're just going, that's fucking cool as fuck to be that cool about all that. Because I'd be like, get fucking her out the fucking studio. What the fuck's going on here?
Because I know, but then also, mate, that's
the manager never had birds on the road and all that. That's what it's meant to be. You do your pump in the tour bus, right? Because if the wife was there, how do we get a groupies back? How do you get fucking chocolate up your nose?
But then I think that's the reaction of, that would be that response of like, what you doing, John, man? Get that fucking weird bird to fuck. Come on. That would be the response of somebody who's insecure. Whereas Paul McCartney knows he's a fucking genius.
Oh, mate.
So if the Beatles don't exist, Paul McCartney's not going, fuck, what happens if the Beatles split up? He's like, oh, it's all right, because I'm Paul McCartney, man. I'm fucking fine. That's why I think, and I'm not saying in any way it's a comparison between Oasis, right? But I grew up with Oasis. For me, one of the greatest bands ever, in my opinion. In my opinion matters not. But I think when that split happened, the way that Liam went was because I think at that time Liam didn't think he could do anything on his own. And now that he's done something on his own and been quite successful, Noel's fucking noses out of joint. Whereas
but he's done something on his own, but other people are doing it for him. He's just lending his voice to it.
I know, but what I mean is if Paul McCartney had been in the position where if John Lennon leaves, he has nothing, I think they may have reacted differently. But I think because the four of them were all in a position when they came from a time, you know, before social media, before multi-millionaires, if the four, like, see when that documentary's made, if they had all came in on the Tuesday and went, right, the Beatles doesn't exist anymore, the four of them would have been very rich, very wealthy, you know, they would have been fine. So what I mean is, he's probably saying, right, you can go and hang out with your mad bird and fucking stay in a bed for a week, whatever, you know, we'll be cool eventually. Maybe there's a part of me thinking, you know, he'll grow out of this eventually and come back and we'll do another album and everything will be fine.
All right, but at the same time, wait till you see what happens in it, because he's going like that. I know what's going. And they're talking. It's like fucking. They know what's happening. Like he's saying things like, you know, if we don't get this done now, we're all going to drift off, and there might not be another album. I think they were all kind of very much aware this was like their last, and it fucking was the last fucking public appearance, playing live together and fucking recording an album. Anyway, it was. If you've not seen it, it's the best fucking 6-hour music documentary I've ever fucking seen in my life.
I wonder how many bands are now sitting recording every single jam session in the hope that they make it big so they can release the footage.
I know, but I mean,
years later.
Look, in this age of multimedia, when everything is available, fans get access 24/7 behind the fucking studio. You know what the artist is eating for his breakfast. Fucking where, you know, there's too much information.
Far too much.
Back then, there was fuck all, and that's what's amazing about it. You've really went back in time to be a fly in the wall in the studio of possibly the greatest band in the world ever.
But mate, think about this. Think about how many incredible artists across every genre, music, art, film, whatever, if they had have been put under the same scrutiny as what people are today with social media, John Lennon probably would have been cancelled. George Harrison would have been cancelled by his Hare Krishna shit. It's fucking nonsense. That's why when I see, you know, some old friends or people who are involved in comedy, and I knew someone who they became semi-successful, and it was everything was all about the brand, and they were asked to do something. I don't know if that suits my brand. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? But it's the insecurities that get inside your head and get you into that prism of, you know, what you should be sharing, what I can't be sharing, instead of just working on your art or your craft. I love nothing more than, you know, just enjoying somebody, whatever they create, whatever they make. I don't need to know what they're having for the breakfast. I don't need to know what your thoughts are. I don't give a fuck.
But then, you know, because there's a level of once you submerge yourself in that artist, fucking whoever it is, you like their stuff, then that's not enough. You want to know more about them. You know, I'm saying, even for me, like if I likes, you know, like a band or something like that, I'll maybe buy a book. You know, like I'm just thinking like the Beatles, for instance, or the Blue Nile, or an actor. I've got books on Jack Nicholson, Marvin Gaye. You know, I want to know more about the person because they're fascinating. But maybe because that interview, maybe because that book's all hang there, because there isn't like that bombardment of social media.
I think if it's let's just say Twitter, right? Let's just say tweets, because it's the easiest one to do, right? If there's someone I like, a celebrity or a famous person, a musician, an artist, a comic, an actor, whatever,
a Scotty bird,
a dirty hair, and they tweet every now and again, right? I find that more, what's the word? Maybe not endearing, enjoyable. I'd be more interested in that than somebody who posts 50 times a day because their only talent, their whole celebrity exists on constantly being in the public eye. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
I just don't have any respect for cunts that are just like social media people, mate. I just don't get it. What about that picture of fucking Madge Madonna with the filter on and the filter off, man? I don't know about you, right? But I'd still pump it with the filter off.
Listen, I saw a clip.
I pumped it on her.
I saw a clip of the other day on that Jimmy Kimmel, and he's asking her, he says to them, is it true or false? He's got to read out statements and he wants to know if it's true or false, right? And one of them was like that Vogue was meant to be a B-side. It was never going to be released because the record label didn't think it was good enough to be a single. And he says, is that true or false? And she says, that's true. And he's like, you're joking. She went, no. And he says, how is that possible? And she just, to be fair there, I was like, if he could just keep her sober to get the good questions out. She says, idiots have worked in music for years.
Don't know what they're doing.
They don't know what they're talking about. And then he says that, was it true your first job was in Dunkin' Donuts and you were fired? And she says, that's true. When I moved to New York, I got a job in Dunkin' Donuts. And she said I was fired because I was playing with a jelly gun. And he's like, hold. And then she's like, then she starts swiggling about the chair. She's like, have you ever seen a jelly gun go off, Jim? And he's like, that's enough. And then as I was watching that, I'm like, I bet you should be something right, by the way.
Have you read my book? Where I get the fucking fanny out?
What was that one called? Nude or something like that? I've got a book, a French book. It's Madonna's first nude photo shoot when she was like super young.
It's not appeal, right? It's no appeal. I've got a job. I've got Madonna's book nude.
See, even the new.
She was 14 in it, but I swear to God, she got makeup about 21.
However old Madonna is the new, even right now, this moment, I think
she's eating some cock.
Oh my God, she would, mate. You'd be terrible. Even if you're the most, even if you're in there confident, like, right, Madonna, you're gonna get a big fucking 300-pound Scotsman. I think the woman would eat.
No, she could walk into a fucking Premier League football team shower room and just fucking destroy them.
Splat. Putting the fag out on the big cold pits. Right, boys, get the deep heat, get the showers on.
I'll tell you how this game's going to go, boys. You're going to go defense. Here's a striker. He's up front. You score as many goals as you can on Madonna, boys.
Right. Who's the big one?
Where's the manager? Get him in and all.
Give me a son. I want you unload a full bolt of deep heat McGrowler right now. Let's go.
Rub into what hair's there. That landing strip.
Rub it right in the creases, son. Lay all the shirts down on the ground. Here we go.
But to see the unfiltered picture, what makes it even funnier for me is she's getting at the peace sign. She's like, as if some cunt's nicked her fish supper.
Mate, I let a wee guy out the other day at the junction, flashed him to come out and see mate, gave me the peace sign when he drove out. Instead of waving, he drove out like that and he went less. And then for a good fucking like 5 minutes, I'm in the motor going,
man, LA.
Is that what Waynes are doing now?
They're fucking off their head.
Is the kind of, all right, is that gone? Is it now this?
Cheers, big man. Peace and love, big man.
Mate,
I hate that one when cunts go like that. And I'm going, that's the Vicky's, my man. That's the Stevenson salute. Don't get fucking smart or break your nose. When you used to do that when you're young,
that's a thumbnail for the show.
Oh, get it fucking up, you fucking asshole, you.
But now it's kind of like, hey, yo, the V's.
Honestly, mate, for a good 3 minutes, I was driving in the motor going, is that what Wayne's doing nowadays? Like pure, instead of just, because you know what,
just drove right into the back of him.
There's nothing better. So see the other day, again, I went into IKEA right to pick up, the missus needed one last thing for our office. And can I also say the only fucking room in this house that's finished is her office?
Well, mate, she needs to, because she's working from home. That's the priority, isn't it? You're just a fucking layabout. You're a bum. What do you need an office for?
No, I mean,
you're slummed out in the garage with all the fucking
sitting here like that. Yeah. What?
Hi, Scott, you know, got a podcast today going out the garage for an hour or quick 5.
Quick impression, mate. Madonna's arsehole. Get it. What? So, let this. You're trying to do a visual gag. So let this old boy out at IKEA, right? And he went like that, mate. He went like that to wave, right? Like full arm up, like thank you, son. And he had pure solid.
15 years I was in the services.
No surrender to the IRA. Imagine I just you let an old guy out, he just fucking like bounced at his son roof like Queen of the country, my man. Long way up, short way down.
Tank commander.
Aye.
Tell you how.
Walk on. Don't be proud of this moment, love. So I've let the old boy out, right? And he's gave me a fucking proper cheers, my man. Good wave. And he's got one of the balls, you know, the balls that they have in the steering wheel to drive. And see, because he waved,
truck driver.
See, because he waved, he obviously let go of the ball. The tire spun on and he started to
broke his wrist.
He started to straight
oh, for the God!
I've lost the Agnes. I've lost control there. They're always driving Rover 75s as well, man.
I love
Immaculate.
it with the old frail
Immaculate.
guys, but the old fucking frail. Even they look as if they're on death's door, but as soon as they do the salute, they're like that, man. Not a fucking wobble on them, man. Solid as fuck.
There's a good bounce on all.
Tell you how.
Sitting dragging a 4-stone colostomy bag behind him, but he can still fucking.
And then they're back to the fucking.
Whenever he hears a snare drum rasp, that's like, Queen, never forget.
Some cunt just fucking mentions the Queen. He's up.
I lost 4 good men in the Falklands. Mate, see the other day, see IKEA, mate. I don't know what happened or what time I was at, but it was just carnage. I parked in the pickup bit and see as I was loading the stuff out of the motor. This old guy, no, the same old guy, different one, was getting into his car and he farted one of the greatest farts ever as he got into the car, man. But like no emotion, no.
When you're older, you don't care about things like that.
Mate, I was walking behind a guy in the supermarket the other day, an old guy, and he was just farting as he was walking down.
Did I not tell you? Where was that? I'm sure I told you. And some guy fucking put money in the parking meter, right? And then ran by me. But it was a young guy as well, all gym gear on there. And it was like, when he ran by me. And I stopped and I was like, watching him. And I thought to myself, that cunt's either deaf or doesn't give a fuck. He just ran by me, that when you're running, it just chugs out.
That's the
no giving a fuck.
I bet he's on the powder.
Well, that's that. He's probably on the fucking roids and all that fucking stamina drink shit. But I thought to him, because he was a young guy, because like, if it was an old guy, he would walk by and fart, not even look at you. This guy just fucking, I think he even maybe went, all right, mid
fart.
It was bizarre. It was absolutely bizarre.
You must remember the old meters they used to put 20 pences in, the metal ones. Right. Do you remember
50
them?
50 pence used to put in as well, wasn't it?
20p's, man. And then the wee arrow would go ding, up to your time.
Mm-hmm. That's right. And sitting next to the meter, they'd be like a stash of coins.
Aye.
No laugh in it. No
laugh in it. I'd be sitting there. Can I get money for the van? Shut it, you get nothing. All right, no bother. Slinking out the meter thing. I'm away in the van.
Maybe that's how we should, people were talking about how would you say, like, instead of hello, how would you say, maybe we should just fucking bring the salute back. Mike, see, because my grandpa was in the army, right? See, anytime we would see, like, in films, people salute, he would always, like, because the British army salute different from the American army. You know this?
Right. No.
So the British is long way up,
and is
short way down, right? And
right.
Americans just like straight up. So Americans is like closed, and we're open hand, right? Like Dad's army. Oh, don't tell me your name, Pack, or that shit. Anytime you watch a film with them and like Americans would salute, my grandpa would go like, "Hey, fucking Yankee bastards, relax yourself, Billy." I think a big American must have killed and pumped my granny or something. He's never got over it.
What is it? Is it up? Then just down.
Long way up.
Short
way down.
Right.
Right. So when he kicked the door off Hitler's body, be like, "Oh, Adolf."
Deflecting a fucking one of the German bombs.
Open the door, 2 big fucking pretzels come flying out. He's like, "Bosh, bosh." Like, "Oh, Adolf, you can't."
Schnitzel.
But why in the Geneva Convention, I've got to give you 10 seconds to surrender, you fucking Nazi cunt. Bang, bang, your dog's dead, Adolf. Now what you going to fucking do?
Leave off him. We've got to question him.
Shut it. Schnitzel, bosh.
If he can't talk with a fucking broken windpipe, he's not the leader of the Third Reich, is he? Fuck him.
Sarge, you're not meant to punch a woman. Shut yourself.
You ain't no woman. She's a fucking Nazi cunt.
She's Hitler's missus. Bosh.
Eva Braun's got bigger balls than that little Nazi bastard. The fucking gun's too good for her.
Hitler went down that bag of sugar. Fucking.
I walked in.
His missus gives a good stand up. She gives a right good stand up.
hitting him down like a fucking bag of sugar. I can't even talk right.
Kicked the door right off the hinges, fucking backslapped the wife. I said, shut it, Eva. Right across her mouth. A man's never hit her before. I could see it in her eyes. He starts whimpering. I says, don't start bubbling now, Hitler. I'll just hit your fucking missus, cunt.
Ace Harris is going to play out.
I'm not proud of it.
Ace Harris is going to play out. Adolf, Eva, fought to the death. And not fought the winner. One of you can leave at any time you want. You just need to kill the other one. Go.
Tell you what,
You're not fun to play this game.
I'm an honest man. 4,000 Deutschmarks, I'll let you walk clean right now. Are you serious? I'm fucking joking, Hitler. You're dead, mate. We've got your one-way ticket to Argentina.
Here. I've got a tub of glue here and another tub of broken glass. Put your fist in the glue, your fist in the glass, and fought to the death. Go.
Tell you what, Adolf, I'm an honest man. Do you know what that is, son? That's a grenade. Do you know what that is? That's my penis. One of them's going up your arse, Adolf. I'll let you pick.
One's for sucking, one's for blowing. You work out what.
Up here for dancing, Adolf. Downstairs for fucking party. We've still no read his book. We should read his book as a hero special.
I was thinking, holy fuck.
Commander Tom's. Aye, Commander. But we could read Mein Kampf if you want for a Patreon. I mean, what a fucking Patreon special that would be. We could read Mein Kampf as Commander Tom.
I was thinking,
I asked Michael Paul to do this. He says he's not fucking having it. Anyway, here we go. Aryan race, blonde hair, blue eyes, chapter 1.
Remember Frank Sinatra's first fucking promo video? And he was like, and it zoomed back and he was reading Mein Kampf. Fucking hell.
I don't even know where you would get a copy of Mein Kampf.
Hey, I tell you what, see if you're there on Amazon, you get a fucking door boot it down the next day, wouldn't you?
There's going to be somebody out there who's got a signed copy of Mein Kampf.
No.
There must be, mate. There must be.
Right enough, aye. Well, the promo shots and that they done, like the...
Imagine Hitler doing a book tour in Waterstones.
Can you just put
to the happy Jew from Adolf?
Peekaboo Jew. Love Adolf.
Would you like a message?
Just put set the oven to 245 minutes till golden brown. Thank you very much.
There'll also be people who have got Hitler work of art, like an art piece.
Aye, one of his postcards or something.
Or whatever it was he done.
It's madness. Aye. Right,
I can see you
starting
you're getting hungry. I can see you failing.
I don't want to do the Hitler road because there'll be some cunt fucking sitting getting private. Fuck them. Anyway, what's I got to say? So I mentioned one of the things that I've watched because I wanted just so you can watch them if you get time. There's another music documentary on Apple TV called 1971. It's like 8 parts. The year that changed music, and by golly, it is fantastic. Then 2 nights ago, Scott, you need to watch this. Kevin Hart, the wee midget comedian.
He's not a midget.
He is a midget.
He's just small. No, he's just small. He's 5'4".
He's like the full wee man guy.
He's a wee
anyway,
guy.
True story. It is fucking incredible, man. I've saved it and watched the last one the night. It is fucking brilliant, and he's playing it straight in it.
He's like, no, he's only pumping birds in this one,
and he's fucking brilliant at it. And I tell you who's stealing the show. Wesley Snipes plays his kind of fucking street brother, and it's fucking he's brilliant in it. He's really good.
I'll need to give that a watch.
Oh, you could binge that, man. It's that good.
Well, I'll tell you what, you could fair binge that, aye.
Oh, you could binge that all day, aye.
I often look, see when I do my show, I look at some bird and I say, oh, you could binge that, Brian.
You could binge it all day.
Take your trolley home, as soon as you've filled the shelves in the fridge, you could binge her all day.
Are you getting set for Christmas?
Not even viewing it, looking at it, nothing.
And you're not getting a tree up yet? The Waynes, have you started getting presents for the Waynes?
No. She said to us today, we maybe need to start thinking about the Christmas lights. And I'm stressed out dealing with plumbing, ceilings falling down, fucking flooding neighbours. Oh, mate, I fucking got a phone call yesterday while I was fixing the downstairs. I flooded the two neighbours below us. While I've got plumbers in dealing with that, I got a phone call for Glasgow Council saying they want to check my flat out for dry rot. And I'm like, for the love of fuck, some cunt want to just give us a fucking break. But hey, you know, when I'm collecting the rent, it's great. These are the downtimes that's not so great.
I mean, this is
slum
like
landlord is not
landlord.
as easy as slum landlord is not as easy as we all joke about. Yeah, it's fucking painting a ceiling a day, man. Absolutely fucking hate painting.
Painting and decorating is one of those jobs where the people who do it do not get the respect they deserve.
No, they should get. But then again, I know people who do it and they actually love it and they think it's fucking great just to zone out. I'm not that guy. It frustrates me.
I hate decorating so much.
I don't have patience. That's what I don't have. I think I could be doing something better than this. But then I know it needs to be done, and that's where the respect lies for folk that do it.
It's when, see if you ever get like professional painter and decorators in, and they do all the tape and stuff.
Aye.
And you're like,
all the shit you're meant to do.
Can't be fucked with all that, man.
Aye.
And then we buy things like, I want a roller, right, that I can fill a whole tin of paint into and just fucking keep going forever.
Aye.
And they're like, well, these things are shite.
I want to just walk into rooms and go like that. There it is, it's the colour you want it.
See like advertisements with that big fucking hairy dog. Just runs into a room that's the colour you wanted.
You need to get Carol Smiley and fucking Lawrence Llewellyn Bell to come in and do your house with his big cuffs.
I think Carol Vorderman's still like, she's like the Madonna. Do you reckon she's looking at with young guys and that, just living a dream?
I hope so, mate. I follow Carol Vorderman on Instagram. She's
got a mad eye, but isn't she? That's the only thing that pissed me off her.
Fucking straight that right.
She's a beautiful woman. Mate, she's 60-year-old.
I know, that's great, isn't it? Great innings.
I think Carol Vorderman's one of those women that shows you, like, see people who get plastic surgery. If you do it well and you pay the money, you can look amazing. That's why
so she's in surgery or whatever.
Oh, of course, mate. Get a big fake bangers, a big fake ass.
Oh, nothing wrong with that, son.
Nothing wrong with that at all, mate.
But what I'm saying is, see when you see some people or like famous people and they look like a bag of shit, you're like, there's no reason for you to look that bad.
Well, I don't know. I think there is.
No, I don't mean as in like, I mean people who have had plastic surgery and look terrible.
Right.
Because like,
there's no Versace woman.
or the ones that look like cats.
Aye.
Or then you get who's the guy? Who's the guy? You spin me right round. Right
he's dead now. Peter fucking.
Well, he looked like a bag of shit before he died.
Aye, Peter. What was his name? Is Peter? Somebody screaming at it. You spin me. Pete Burns. Fuck me, man. He looked like a blow up doll.
There's no reason to look that bad when very good plastic surgeons exist.
But then, do you think sometimes maybe that is a look that people want to try and achieve? No. You know, if you look at these mad fucking internet birds with the fucking mad eyebrows and the lips and all that.
Mate, what about that guy with fingers?
Nuts. Oh, beautiful. That's next level mental. The most self-mutilated guy in the world. Who would want to do that?
That's a mental health issue. Like somebody should have stepped in
100%.
It's like, see,
he's
guys,
he's cut off. What's he cut off? He's cut off. I don't even know what these fingers are called. He's cut off his pinky. His pinky and the one that you don't poke with, right? And he's just got that thing. It looks like the things that you buy at Amazon to pick up litter.
The claws.
But he's trying to make it look like an alien claw.
Aye, that's not right. Isn't it?
But then he's out flaunting himself and selling himself. He's probably like a circus guy that's get hired by clubs to just freak folk out at nightclubs, and I don't know, man.
But what do you do when you get into like your 60s and 70s?
You do your fucking well, you can try to have a wank or something.
You could
give yourself a good scratch.
You just fill a fucking.
I suppose you get the thumb and the two fingers just to rattle the head a bit.
Fill a salt with marmalade, you're fine.
He's no lucker. But I bet there's women flinging themselves at him just to get fucking freak daddy oil him. Oh, aye.
He's getting others off on him, man.
I mean, if he's done that, all sorts. If he's done that, his fingers, what the hell's his bobby look like?
Well, of fucking chains and bolts through it and growth. It'll look like a dildo. And that's how women will be going, he's the man for me. He looks, is he an alien? Is he a fucking tiger? He's an oddity.
All that stuff just screams mental health issues to me.
Aye, big time.
Like he needs to.
Nobody
sit in a
paid
couch.
attention to you when you were young, did they, big man?
There's a lack of love there.
Or an alien took you up to the spaceship and they'd done all sorts of nice things to you.
That's stuff like that freaks me out, man.
It's when there's writing character and they're fucking horsing about, then you realise, see, at the end of the night, I'm going up the road, or see when this drugs wear off, a couple of days' time, I'm going to be back to normal. You, my friend, are like that 24/7, go to the shops. You can't just put a hat on and fucking jump out the house.
Do you know what, mate? I don't know if it's because I'm getting older, right? I'm nearly 40, and I'm thinking about.
You're 40 in about 10 years, man.
I'm thinking about Wayne's and all that, right? And see
How
all
old
that
are you
stuff.
anyway? But how old are you?
37 years young, my
Right,
man.
you're not nearly 40. You'll
Right.
get a fucking good few moons left in you.
37, mate. Right. See all that kind of stuff, like guys doing that to themselves, and like, it's freaking me out about having Wayne's, man.
Get Wayne's, man. They're the best things you get.
No,
and then when they get older, you want to kill them.
I'm just worried, like, I'm not doing all this whole, like, well, what kind of world do we live in? The world's fine, right? But it's like, the other day I saw somebody talking to the Wayne, and the Wayne's greeting, right? Because they're getting on a bus. Fine, Wayne's
because that's what Wayne's day.
But then the woman got down next to him, and she was like, try and explain to me why you're feeling this way. And he's like, I don't want to go home. But let's just talk. Use your words. Explain, what are you feeling at this moment? Would a biscuit help? And she gave him this biscuit. And I'm just standing going, what the fuck is happening, man?
She's buying time, Scott.
No. Mate, see when you were young, if you're greeting at a bus stop, one, your mother would have been utterly mortified you're crying in public.
I should just fucking slap you and tell you to stop greeting. I'll give you something to greet for.
I'm not saying hit children. I'm just saying, I don't know, man. I'm just thinking about what happens if you raise, because nobody who has children.
That's how we're fucked to know, because we stopped hitting Wayne's. We started giving everybody a prize. The millennials are fucking took over the planet, and look at the fucking state of it. All right.
We might contribute to it, right? We might like a steak. We might like fucking, things, plastic things and that. But they're running things, cancelling everything, because they've been brought up telling they're a wee superstar, they can be anything they want. Even though you don't work for it, you can be anything you want. You don't need to do the work. You're all winners. See the guy that's actually won, put down the training, you're still a winner.
I know. It's the whole idea that you're saying to people, you can create a world where you never have to be upset or offended, and that's the worst thing ever.
It's called a dream.
It's just I've been thinking more about nobody who has kids ever. Here's my actual point, right? Do you think people who have arsehole children admit their children are arseholes, or do you think they are blind to it and they think their Waynes are amazing? Because, as we've got older, I see friends who've got kids and I think, what the fuck has happened to you, man? Your Waynes are cunts. See,
Italians are the best at just letting their Waynes be arseholes and not even blinking. It's the maddest thing I've ever seen. I'm going, I've
been like on holiday and stuff.
No, just because I'm earlier, and I've got lots of friends who have got kids and that, and I've been in that environment, and maybe it's because I don't know, they just let their Waynes go fucking off the hook. Like, I'm talking assholes, and they don't even bat an eyelid. They could be screaming, they could be pulling food, they could be fucking pushing things off tables. They fucking just let them do it and get on with it. But the mad thing about it is I would have been fucking slapped all about the place doing any of that shit, right? They kind of get out it. They kind of grow out it. There's only one family that their kids turned out a wee bit of a fucking bell end.
So do you think they just let them find themselves?
They just free? Fucking let them find themselves. Aye, that they could be sitting screaming in a corner, fucking. You could be sitting doing with a bowl of fucking food for if you'd every day, and they'd be their horns in it, fucking pulling it, giving it to them. Somebody goes, "Oh, I want some of them." They'll fucking pick up 6 of them. That kind of shit. And nobody bats an eyelid when I'm going, hey, what are you fucking doing? And I go, don't. That's no my Wayne. And thankfully they don't speak Scottish. But I get right, used to get, like, for years, used to get really round up about how they let their Waynes off with shit that was winding me up at dinner tables. You get with a full gang of mates and their Waynes. Fucking Waynes are ruling the fucking shop. Just pulling the old cunt's hairs and all that. And they're sitting eating their dinner with the Wayne just fucking pulling their hair. And you're going, punch that way in the face. Punch him in the face, Grandpa.
No, that's too much, man.
They're just like, oh, well, is it like, yeah?
Mate, I saw how we went out for some food the other day, right? And we went and go into this shop, and it's like I want to say an ice cream shop, but it's something fancy. It's like fucking fancy dessert shop, right? Whatever it was. It's just ended up leaving, right? Because it was carnage. Long story short, 2 fucking West End mums are in. There's 6 wains between them. I don't know what the maths was, right? But there was 6 wains being looked after by these 2 women. A couple of wee lasses behind the till serving the ice cream and whatnot. And as you go into the shop,
and whatnot, you know.
So you're after me? Is it ice cream?
I love a 69 on that fucking whatnot.
I'll have 2 scoops of vanilla and half a kilo of whatnot, please.
Whatnot. About a fucking
400 grams of whatnot.
So this wall, when you go into the shop, you know those flower walls they get where it's like roses on the full wall?
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm talking about?
Aye. It's
a wall made of flowers.
Aye. Plastic flowers, but
aye. So the full wall of the shop's made of flowers, right? These white, pink, and off pink roses makes up the full wall, right? And they've got a neon sign in the middle.
Neon sign in the middle, right? How many whatnots for that neon sign, my man?
These wains are going up and just pulling the flowers off the wall.
Yeah. Not even getting fucking telescope or nothing.
No, pulling the whole thing off. So I'm standing and Mrs. like going, look. And this way's like pulling the whole thing off. And then the wee lassie behind the till went, oh no, don't do that. And the mother turned around and went, oh, come on now. The cunts have put about 6 flowers off and just fucking dropped them at their ass. And they said nothing.
I'd have been like, sleeves up. What the fucking...
Fucking right.
If that had been us, your mother would have been mortified. But also you would be thinking, how much is this going to cost me? I'm going to have to pay for this wall to get fixed. Whereas these cunts are just like, oh, these things happen to... And then left, I'm going, what is happening with this planet?
They're Waynes, Scott. They're Waynes. They're assholes. The fucking parents are assholes. Right? I'm going to have to go and eat my dinner, man.
I've got one last question for you.
Right.
Do you think, yes or no,
yes,
any junkies have died from COVID?
No, because they're fucking bulletproof.
I don't think so either.
I don't think they've had. I think they've had COVID and just roll with it.
I
Not even shelter, nothing.
There is about 50 junkies in a basement somewhere getting tests run on them because I fully believe whatever combination of heroin, methadone, cheap ecstasy, MDMA that they take, maybe it's buzz and glue as well, they are immune to everything.
The only way they would ever come out in public to say they've got it is if some cunt when you get another fucking glass of jungle juice.
Right, I've got it. No, man.
Mate, who was it was telling me that? Who was it that was saying that the local junkies are going and taking their fucking COVID jugs? Somebody was saying that
for a tenner or something like that.
No, for like £100.
Just
and there's like some guy who's had like 8 jags.
And just to get money out what to so somebody can say that I've had my jags.
If you don't want to get, well, think about it. See, when I went to get my vaccines, I just rocked up, told them my name and my address. That was it. Never, no ID, nothing, and got my vaccine.
But you know, I mean, how that's a mad thing because as soon as like they asked that, hi there, what's your name? Are you here for your jag? And it's like.
And then they're going, what arm do you want in? I've already had 6 in that one, so you better put it in this one.
But think about all the fucking, some of the dafties that will be doing the lodge. You're not getting me getting the vaccine. No way. So Queen and Country can follow you, not today, no. And then they say to them, well, you can't fucking work offshore if you don't get a vaccine. So they go and pay some brass monkey to go and get the jag for them.
Okay, Mr. McAllister, we've got your jags here.
Can you just confirm your address, please? Was that G14? R.
They're just holding the guy's paperwork.
Jiggy just comes out and then just rejoins the queue.
Fucking puts it right in the forehead.
Mr. Patel, we're looking for a Mr. Patel. It's me again. Are you sure? 100%. What arms you want? Can you put that one in my boss?
I swear down. Swear down.
My mom was right dirty, honest to God.
What's your name? Whatever it says in that bit of paper. That's right. Sanjeev Rahafnahov.
I've written it down. You've got 7 other names on here. It's been a busy morning.
see the one that's no scored off. That's who I'm the new.
But mate, I've heard, I mean, obviously I don't know if it's true or no, but I've heard there's people getting
I
paying
think
people
that's
to go
just
and get their vaccines.
urban myth.
These are the things that turn out to be true, my man. Maybe if I have enough vaccines, I'll get a heavy dent right off the back of it. It's a mixer.
Right, let's wrap it up. So, December 19th, #live Classic Grand. Get your tickets. Go to hashtagshow.co.uk. Get your tickets now if you don't have them already. Remember, if you are a hero who doesn't have your ticket yet, go on the Patreon, go back through the comments and find the posts about the show, and you can use that to get your discounted tickets on.
Not only will you get a feast for your eyes, and Scott and I dressed up like Christmas folk, you're going to have stand-up from David Haddingham. You're going to have the man, the legend, the myth, Frank Sinatra back. You're going to have Santa there, and you're going to have the one and only Misa Ross singing like the fucking #Pied Piper.
It's going to be glorious. So
it's going to be brilliant. And it's no far away, Scott, man. It's no far away. Hey, it's no far away. It's no far away.
1918, something like that. Days, I mean.
Right,
I'm also doing a gig on the 30th of December at the Classic Grand as well. One last laugh before the bells. Mixture of old stuff and some new bits. Just a wee night of comedy before the year ends. So come and join us that mad week between Christmas and New Year when nothing's on. I'll be in Glasgow. So come and join for that. My website, BigScottGibson.com. Get your tickets now.
Getting about it. And what I've got is in the 11th of December, I've got a family fun day at the Classic Grand because me and Scott love it in there. And then on the 1st of January 2022, I've got the 1994 Power People New Year's Day all there with ultrasonic, rhythmic state, bass generator, Suburban Delay, Headcase, Trevor Riley, Joe Deakin, David Forbes, Malcolm X, MC Cyclone. It's 100% old school, my man. It's a safe trip and it's an all there. Get your tickets now.
You've been listening to the Hashtag Show. Chucky Allah, we are the people. All the best. Goodbye.
Hitler.
Subscribe, share. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's us.
That's
Let's
it.
do it.
Let's stop.
I have to eat, man. I'm starving.
Goodbye.
The hashtagshow.co.uk